welcome to the BoshNRoll channel. If you want to support my daily Eternal Magic offerings while getting amazing perks like the BoshNRoll Discord community, have me play your deck on the channel, or listen sideboard guides before tournaments, check out the Patreon or YouTube membership program. This channel is possible because of these amazing sponsors. Check them out, all their links are in the video description. As always, thanks for being here. Let's go play some Magic.
Welcome back to the BoshNRoll channel. Today I'm playing Modern at the request of Patreon subscriber Elendrill, and this is Elves. This is an incredible stroke of luck. Just like my Affinity video the other day that was in my queue long before we got the ban updates, Elendrill had submitted Elves to me weeks ago, and we were all pleasantly surprised when Green Sun Zenith was added to the list of cards we're allowed to play just the other day. Elves has a powerful history as a combo deck engine in various formats. It started in Extended. Louis Scott Vargas won a Pro Tour with Elves, combo Elves. They called it Elf Ball at the time. That was a deck based around the interaction between Heritage Druid and Nettle Sentinel. Heritage Druid, you could tap any 3 Elves to add 3 green, and Nettle Sentinel, whenever you cast a green spell, you can untap. Which means with enough Nettle Sentinels, you can crank through all the cards in your hand. And if you have a way to draw cards, like traditionally with Glimpse of Nature, that's what made the Extended deck work. That's what makes the Legacy deck work. Modern, that card is banned. We got to get a little creative, but tapping 3 Elves for mana and then untapping 1 or 2 of those Elves to get more mana as you cast more Elves is still a powerful thing to do. And the more selection you have to find the pieces that you need, the better. And Green Sun Zenith just upgrades all of that. If you need the mana burst, you could get Heritage Druid. If you need the untap, you could get Nettle Sentinel. If you need the draw effect, you could get Leaf Crown Visionary. If you need to actually win after you've done all that, Izuri is pretty good at doing that. Shaman of the Pack is a way to finish out the game. Wirewood Symbiote and Quarian Ranger added to the Legacy or Modern format. Look at that. I don't even know what format I'm playing. Priest of Titania, also a recent addition. These are huge pieces of traditional Pauper, Modern, and Legacy Elf decks that are now legal in Modern. I just did it again. Extended, Legacy, and Pauper, now legal in Modern. Glimpse of Nature is a big loss. Natural Order doesn't exist in this format, but we have the ability to crank through most of the deck. There's probably a critical mass where you could go actual infinite in this deck. There's also an engine that you could include in a deck like this that uses Mirror Entity. If you Mirror Entity for 1, that turns all of your creatures into 1/1s with all creature types, and then Wirewood Symbiote can bounce itself, and then when you replay it, it's a new object to go again. That's an infinite loop you can build into an elf deck, and then once you have infinite mana, you just activate Mirror Entity for X. But that's not what we're doing here today. We are focusing on Green Sun Zenith. We're going to go wide. We're going to go big. We now have a toolbox with cards like Keen-Eyed Curator and Collector Oof in the main. I'm excited to do this. Let's get in. This is Modern Elves featuring Green Sun Zenith. I'm on the draw in round 1. Hand a little slow, but I am going to keep it without knowing the matchup. Crumbling Vestige. All right, we are up against Amulet, a deck that also gets to play Green Sun Zenith now. Generally, faster combo decks are not where you want to be when you're playing Elves, but that's okay. I'm going to play the cards that I have. This Priest of Titania might be a big deal. If I play that on turn 2 and then get a turn 3, I might be able to do a lot. A Zenith for 2. What's the 2-drop they play now? I have not seen Amulet. Okay, Aftermath Analyst, that was in the deck already. I've not seen Amulet with Zenith. I'm recording this like 2 days after the ban update. I don't want to give them Yavimaya, so I will take the 2 off Overgrown Tomb to play Priest of Titania. And hope I get another turn. Urza Saga. For 4 mana, they could get back these 2 things in the graveyard, and they just shipped it to me. What can I do with this now? I don't think Grist is where I want to be. Leaf Crown Vig lets Priest tap for 3. Okay, I'm going to play this basic forest. I'm still trying to avoid feeding them a easy green mana, easy pile of green mana. A Leaf Crown Vig. This lets me now cast Elvish War Master and draw 2 cards. Zenith. Does Zenith for 1 do anything important here? versus drawing another card. This might matter a lot. Gonna consult the deck list. Collector Oof doesn't matter. I'm looking at Nettle Sentinel, Wirewood Symbiote, Quirion Ranger. Do any of those impact my life here? If I get Wirewood Symbiote, I can untap Priest and refire. Okay, so I'm not going to draw another card. Zenith for 1. Get Wirewood Symbiote. And then Symbiote untap Priest of Titania by picking up Heritage Druid. You make a Gajillion. Heritage Druid will make a token when it enters off of War Master, which means I have another 3 mana banked. There's another Heritage Druid. The second one doesn't really matter, but it is a 1 mana elf, which is always useful. Do I want to deploy the Sylvan Anthem, or do I just want to crank through the deck? I think I want to crank through the deck. I'm going to tap all my elves, because I want to draw the most cards. Priest of Titania, and I can untap this Priest of Titania again. Oh, Zenith. Can I win here? I feel like I'm close. What is my actual win con? Because I can untap that Priest, which is good for a massive pile of mana. Shaman of the Pack. What do you do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is not lethal. I've used the Symbiote already. I could Zenith for another Symbiote and just go again here, drawing a bunch of cards. I think that's what I'm going to do. Zenith for 1 again. Another Wirewood Symbiote. And then once again, if I pick up Quirion Ranger, that actually gives me another untap. Okay. I'm going to untap this Priest of Titania, float, and I could just let this Wirewood Symbiote sit here for a minute. Okay. Let's draw some more cards. I have a Symbiote I could still use. Ranger, Dwinnen's Elite. That completely replaces itself on both cards and mana. Another Zenith. Kind of wish I had a Critter Hope Behemoth in the deck now. We could definitely use it. Okay, I still have this Symbiote available, but I don't have black mana. Virtual Ranger is a card that we don't have in this format, which means I can only hit them with 1 Shaman of the Pack, which would do 11 damage right now, or I could sit on this Zenith and just shred some more. Okay, combat is not how I'm going to win this game, so let's draw some more cards. Ranger. Drew 2 Wooded Foothills, not what I wanted. I'm a little concerned about drawing my Shamans because I don't have access to black, and there are only 2 in here. I only need 1 still in the deck at the end of the chain. Okay, I'm going to untap Priest of Titania again, picking up another Forest. I think it's time to get the Sylvan Anthem in. Just any card selection now matters. Azuri. And I scry 1. Court of Calling. That might be game. Okay, keep Court on top. And then I could play Azuri, draw 1 card. I'm going to draw 1 card, and then I'm actually going to stop because now I'm very close to winning. Another Zenith. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 elves. That's plenty. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. X is 6. Oh no, I didn't need to do all that. Hold on. Okay, I'll just leave 3 in the pool. Or it's here. I just have to not misclick. All right, X is currently 3. Done. Shaman of the Pack. Master of the House. Zenith, sure, leave it on top. Roastia. Wirewood Symbiote. Untap Priest of Titania, picking up Quirion Ranger. Tap for Infinity. And then Zenith for 3 for the other one. And that's game. Wow, just out goldfished Amulet on the draw. Well, welcome to Modern, Green Sun Zenith. They Thoughtseize is probably good. Force of Vigor is very good. Heroic Intervention, probably not. Players can't cast non-creature spells from graveyards or exile. I don't think that matters. Permanents and graveyards can't enter the battlefield. That's actually huge. The whole Aftermath Analyst thing. Lands are permanents. Okay. Big deal. Rexage. We just saw me do my combo thing. I'm worried about over sideboarding. I don't think Grist is good. Collector Roof is not entirely textless, but it's also not high impact. I think I could live without the Sylvan Anthems here. Eladamri is one of my engines, but I'm much more interested in the tutor options here and this disruption. Azuri is one of the ways I win. I don't think Elvish Reclaimer matters here. Keen-Eye Curator is kind of like Soulless Jailer, but worse. I'm going to get rid of that. I got to make one more cut. Could be one of the Eladamri. Eladamri. As a kid, when I was reading the books, I just locked this in as Eldamari in my head, which as an adult clearly is not what this was. I also said Garrod instead of Gerard for Capashen, Garrod Capashen, for many years. Core memories that are just incorrect now that I know how to read. Okay. One Eladamri's out. I still like Azuri. Shaman still gives me my combo. All right, let's do it. That was very exciting, honestly. That was the time of my life. Okay, this hand is solid. I'm going to keep it. I wish it had an Overgrown Tomb, but other than that, Zenith for Arbor plus Quarian Ranger. You can bounce this one forest to untap Quarian Ranger, and this actually represents 4 mana on turn 2, even if I don't draw a land, which I did. Do I need to Thoughtseize this turn? Or can I jump ahead? I think I'm going to jump ahead. I'll do my ramping, the Seiju, and pass. Okay. They could Veil of Summer me. I hope they don't. Overgrown Tomb, Thoughtseize, let's get a look. Force of Vigor, interesting. That does kill my Soulless Jailer. Prime Time. Soulless Jailer doesn't do anything against Prime Time. Spelunking is the engine card. I could just count my time until Primeval Titan comes down. I don't think that's how I want to do this. I can kill the Spelunking with Rex Age next turn. Yeah, I'll just take the Prime Time and play Priest of Titania. Let's go. Otawara as a land. This Simic Growth Chamber could pick it back up if they prefer. They picked up Beseiju. All right. I'm going to start with Rex Age because that makes Priest better. Destroy that. Yes, I would like to. Thanks for asking. This makes 2 mana for Quarian Ranger. Ranger, untap Priest. Play Leaf Crowned Visionary, which is also a Lord. Make 4 mana. Untap Priest. This will draw me a card with Quarian Ranger. Ranger, trigger. Nettle Sentinel. Let's draw some more cards. What do you say? Nettle Sentinel, draw a card. Thoughtseize. All right, I'm out of black. And I guess that's all I got. I could play the Soulless Jailer. Yeah, whatever. Let's just make it happen. I know they are holding multiple answers to it, but I can't Thoughtseize Beseiju from their hand. And this is 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage next turn. They're on a 2-turn clock. And I could Thoughtseize them and kill Spelunking again next turn. Vestige, this is 4 mana right now. We know 2 of the cards in their hand. If they Beseiju my Soulless Jailer, I'll just get Underground Mortuary. Undercity Mortuary. What is it called? Under something Mortuary. A little Surveil. And I'll take this pause to just say, this is a new deck in a new format, and there's a lot going on. There is a perfectly reasonable chance that I just miss something important at some point or some little optimization. And that's fine. I'm not even mad about it. Whatever. It's going to happen. I accept it. Okay. We draw for my turn. I'm going to Thoughtseize first and then inform my decisions based on that. There's Force of Vigor. Oh, I guess this... Oh, we don't know the other card. They just used the Beseiju. Force of Vigor and 1 unknown over there. There's nothing to force. Ooh, Lumra. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Force of Vigor is the card in their hand. Should I decide before or after combat? I guess I could still draw a lot of cards this turn. Okay, I'll play Eladamri. I don't have a Heritage Druid yet to go off with this. Oh, now I do. Yeah, I can see the top card of my deck. I could play creatures from there. That one is pretty good. And they're just done. I think I actually just have lethal here. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then this Shaman is good for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at least. And I can refire the Shaman with Quarian Ranger and Symbiote. Yeah, this is just lethal. Awesome. Well, I didn't have Racing Amulet on the draw twice on my bingo card, but what's up, Elves? Let's go. Your path to the Pro Tour starts here. Don't miss Magic Spotlight Foundations, January 3rd through 5th, 2025 at SCGCon Atlanta. Kick off the new year with Magic's most exciting new event. Compete in the brand new Foundation Standard format with $50,000 in prizes, 8 Pro Tour Aether Drift invites, and it's the only place to get the exclusive, borderless Terror of the Peaks promo card with art by the beloved Richard Kane Ferguson. All main event participants will get the exclusive Terror of the Peaks, but the top 128 will also earn a foil version of this breathtaking promo. Your path to the Pro Tour starts here, but only if you're part of the action. Come join me for Magic Spotlight Foundations at SCGCon Atlanta, January 3rd through 5th. Your sign-up link is in the video description. I'm on the draw in round 2. I like this hand just fine. It has the explosive Quarian Ranger plus Priest of Titania interaction. It does not have a Zenith or Chord or draw engine of any kind, but I'm not going to mull on that. Turn 1 Urza Saga, or Amulet again. We're out here, folks. I was about to say, this might be Amulet or it might be some Mox Opal deck. Okay. I am going to get Overgrown Tomb and play this Quarian Ranger. All I can try to do is go fast here, same as last round. All these fun new decks, and we play against Amulet twice in a row. They're going to have 2 Amulets in play next turn, if I even get a next turn. Echoing Deeps copies my Windswept Teeth, BTFO'd. Oh, I should have played Heritage Druid. That was a mistake. Alright, already identified a sequencing error. If I play Heritage Druid, Dwindon's Elite turns it on, then I could play Ranger and Priest. Whoops, okay. I told you last round there would be some figuring out how all the pieces work together here. Elves is a really tricky deck in every format. There's a lot of onboard tricks. And I've already missed one. Looks like I'm not going to be punished, though, because I drew another 1-mana elf. Cavern on Elf. Heritage D. Heritage D. Make 3 mana. Dwindon's Elite. Wait, is this even right? Hold on. I can play Dwindon's Elite, which is 2 elves. And then Wirewood Symbiote can make another elf. Okay, yeah, this is fine. Dwindon's Elite, trigger. Wirewood Symbiote. I can't pick up the Dwindon's Elite and make 3 mana here unless I want to pick up a land, which I don't really want to do. I'm going to untap Quarian Ranger by picking up Heritage Druid. And then I'll make 3 mana again, play Priest of Titania and Heritage Druid. Okay, the money is in the bank, as they say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can 14 my opponent next turn. I need to be able to make some more elves, and I also need to get another turn. 2 important things must be done. They're getting a commercial district in the end step. 4 cards in their hand currently. Didn't want that one. 2 amulets. It doesn't take much to go nuts, though. Oh, okay. Okay, Valakut. This is 4 mana. This is not the Simic Growth Chamber I was immediately concerned about. Spelunking, concerning. They're not done yet. There it is. Okay. There is the card I was worried about. Something that represents Primeval Titan. And because there are 2 replacement effects applying to Gruul Turf, it doesn't have to come in untapped, which with triple amulet, it's actually better to put it in tapped than it is to put it in untapped. 7 mana in the pool. There it is. Okay. I'm still going to make my opponent show me a win. I assume it's here. It would be embarrassing if they can't win with triple amulet Primeval Titan. But I do have the ability to win if I untap. Okay, so Mirror Pool is 2 colorless, and then this is 6 other mana. I could copy Primeval Titan here. I'm actually just going to respond. I'm going to untap Heritage Druid by picking up Dwindon's Elite, because that's what I'm going to do for next turn anyway, and then I'm just going to F6. This is just to get F6 value for my own comfort. Dwindon's Elite is just another elf next turn, and I need to get Shaman to the pack up to the point where hitting with it twice is lethal. I've copied Primeval Titan. There's an Echoing Deeps in the graveyard already. Do they have the Lotus Field? They are off. I just want to know how this deck is constructed these days. And they could mess up, or it could take 20 minutes for them to execute this. All these things are possible. I am not going to concede. They have to kill me. They got Teleria West, which can get any of the packs that are in the deck, or any land that's in the deck. They picked up the Teleria and the Growth Chamber. We're back to a clear stack. There's a Pact. And they do have Valakut, so land number 6 does start roasting my squad. Okay, they had the Dryad off Green Sun Zenith anyway. The Pact is just extra. This will get them to 5 lands. They're still not Valakutting me. Okay, they had the land drop from that. Now I'm dead. All right. I want to see what they tutor for, just to get a little more info, but they have successfully killed me. I guess I could also see where they point the Valakut triggers. Do they just go face here? If they play a second Valakut or a Vesuva, then they just easily win here off of this trigger. My finger's on the button. Okay, they have a Vesuva. We're out of here. Cool. Well, we've seen this before. Rex Sage, Force of Vigor, Soulless Jailer, Thoughtseize. Same plan. Basically, just cut the Anthems and the entire Green Sun package. All I need is Elves, all I need is speed. Let's go. Okay, I can open on a Thoughtseize, or I could ramp and then Thoughtseize them second. Definitely keeping. I think I want to ramp and then Thoughtseize them second. Overgrown Tomb, Zenith, and pass. Tapped Mirror Pool was the start. Glad I invested in the Thoughtseize. All right, what you got over there? Amulet, Primetime, Summoner's Pact, Lumra. Okay, I have the Lumra under control. I can't take them off Amulets. I can't take them off Primetimes either. Well, this hand is super insulated. How do I think this can actually be successful? If I draw a Zenith effect, Weather Cord or Zenith, to take out Amulet, having a second one would beat that. But if I get my Rex Sage, I have Wirewood Symbiote available anyway. I guess I'm just going to take Primeval Titan and hope for the best. That hand was so rolled up. Okay, I'm going to name Elf here, and I'm not going to deploy the Jailer right away. Let me get some damage on the board and see if I can cheese. Amulet, Dryad Arbor. I X'd out the wrong thing. This Primetime's actually a Pact. I don't think they're going to block, and I don't care if they do. I'm going to attack with everything. I don't think they can afford to get Strip Mined here. And we've got Uncounterable Heritage Druid. And then Wirewood Symbiote. I'm going all in. Then I'll untap this Dryad Arbor by picking up this Overgrown Tomb. Land for turn. And here is Soulless Jailer, which stops the Lumra, doesn't stop the other thing. Okay, passing the turn. And I have to hope that they just don't draw a Keru land ever. Shifting Woodland. I didn't know about that one. Here's the other Amulet. There's one unknown in their hand right now. All right, come on, Zenith, Court of Calling, some big payoff. Azuri. Oh, that's not it. Okay, I will attack with my creatures. No blocks anywhere. And Mortuary, Priest of Titania, you are not the one. And pass the turn. I could do some stuff like untapping my creatures or whatever, but I don't think them being untapped is going to decide this game. Valakut, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They need one more mana to prime time me. 5 in the pool. Oh no. When this enters or attacks, create a meteor, which deals 2 damage to any target. Gross. What a crazy card. They should kill one of my Wirewood Symbiotes, because those are the things that will actually die. Oh god, it's a permanent? Alright, well, the meteor comes in untapped, so this is another 2 mana. Yeah, they are going after a symbiote, that is correct. Yeah, that's dead. Okay, still need a big draw. Something like Eladamri, Azuri. I don't even know if Azuri's good enough anymore. Certainly wasn't that. And they can Primeval Titan next turn. Alright, you got me. Okay, took turns just racing Amulet. We did it great in game 1, and then we did it poorly in round 2. And on to the next round. Maybe we'll play a different deck.
This video is sponsored by Moxfield.com, the easiest way to build Magic decks online. Moxfield supports over 30 formats, including Legacy and everything else you'll see on this channel. There's multiple customizations so you can interact with your deck how you want. Views such as text, grid, or stacks, and groupings like type, subtype, color, color identity, even artist. The site offers light mode, dark mode, and so much more. However you want to see your deck, Moxfield can provide it for you. Follow my Mox field to keep up with the channel and what I'm playing in paper. I'll see you there.
I'm on the play in round 3. I have a Zenith. I might not use it right away. I could take the guaranteed ramp, but this is also my payoff. And I already have Priest. I'm definitely keeping the hand. I can at least do that. I think I am gonna fetch shock, get the Dryad Arbor. Let's just have access to more. If my opponent is a Faithless Looting deck, I'm going to be really glad I have Keen-Eyed Curator available. And if they're not, I'll just play Priest and Symbiote. Invest in the future. Thundering Falls. This could be Phoenix. Could be some control deck. We see Temur Mana. This could be Breach, which is a deck that it's great to have the Curator for. I'm going to play Priest and Symbiote. They can't bolt the Priest because I can just pick it up. It is out of play temporarily. Yeah, this is almost certainly Breach. Haywire might. Haywire might not have a target this whole game. Emery. Okay. Milled over Mishra's Bauble. I will raccoon that right out of there. Face right out from under him. Okay. Haywire might find a target. All right. It's not currently on, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Hey, I'm fetching for sure. This is happening. Do I want to lose 2 life for the other Overgrown Tomb? Is that important? If I need to Shaman of the Pack twice in a turn to win, that could become relevant. Yeah, I'm going to hold on to my life total for now. Okay, I am going to play the Sylvan Anthem. And my Curator. Get the Scry 1, Zenith, the best. Exile Mishra's Bauble before they can use it. And win attack for 2, because I can. I'll kill Emery with this. That's a fine deal for me. Okay. I can exile another card if there's an emergency. I could pick up my Priest of Titania to untap Dryad Arbor. A Saga is available now. Saga Construct would arrive as a 3/3 and would immediately turn on Mox Opal. So Saga's available and there's mana up. Yeah, we're just main phasing this. This is main phase mana available. Second Emery fired. Just looking for something. Hit 2 more Mox Opals. So Emery is Birds of Paradise now. Yeah, I'm not gonna... That's not worth picking up my Priest over. Okay, I'm drawing Zenith. What does this do? It is the reason for the season. Okay, Eladamri is a draw engine. You can play creatures from the top of your library. War Master, I don't think that's what I want. Grist could kill Emery. Does that matter? Collector Oof makes their deck not really work. Yeah, I think it's just Collector Oof. And then I have to beat the construct tokens in combat. Right, I'll figure that out. That just resolved immediately. Collector Oof, Scry 1, Llanowar Elves. I don't need you right now. And Wirewood Symbiote, another one. Don't need Overgrown Tomb right now. There might be a Pithing Needle in this deck, which incentivizes me to eat some extra stuff right now. But there's an artifact, a creature. If there's a Pithing Needle, I might lose to the constructs because I just don't have a second elf in play. If I could get this to 7/7, I'm not worried about it though. And yeah, I only have the 1 elf, so here we go. We're about to find out. Okay, no needle, that's good. A 6/6, still not at the same size as 7/7, according to my math. And didn't even attack. All right, cool. Turtle mode activated. Another Anthem, let's go. Make the squad even larger. And I think I'm just gonna pass, hold up my graveyard hate, make them come to me. They have 6 card types in their graveyard. I have 1, 2, 3, potentially 4 mana available. Malevolent Rumble. That hit 2 Mox Ambers, so they get to take a Mox Amber. Construct tokens are 7/7 now. My Curator is 9/9 thanks to the Sylvan Anthems. I'm going to exile Urza Saga. That gets me straight to exile Delirium. And what do they actually have here? There are 2 creatures. I'll start working on creatures. Okay, that gets them down to 4 card types. They have 2 lands, 2 instants, a bunch of sorceries, a bunch of artifacts. Okay. I will go to my turn. Missouri. You don't say. Just scry 1 twice. Court of Calling, snap it right on top. And back to chillin'. I have the biggest creature. I can regenerate. Something's happening in the end step. Otawara my oof. Okay, that does unlock some stuff. They get to bobble twice, but that's about it, really. Okay. All right, they have one turn to see some cards and maybe do something. A priest is good for 2 now. And these cards are all drawn randomly. They were hellbent when the turn started. The Otawara was their big gasp. Saga, okay. That's more big dummies over time. Grinding Station. That doesn't win on its own. There has to be a breach with it. They're grinding away their own. Amber targeting me. Yep, I did just keep a Court of Calling on top. Makes sense. In the end step, let's eat some stuff. Can't take them off Ambers and Opals. I can take them off Ambers, but Opal is just as good here. Got that redundancy going. I think I'll go after their instants. They've now lost Delirium. And I don't think I need to keep eating here. I'll just untap. Replay the oof. See what's up. Okay. I'm going to Mortuary first. Alright, same cards on top. Collector oofs back. They'll probably Grinding Station me in response. They're eating a Sylvan Anthem in response, sure. They didn't grind me in response. That means this court is going to stay here unless they could clear oof again. And let's see. Elves get +3/+3 to trample. We're not there yet. I'm chilling. This creature in the graveyard does give them Delirium again, which I can remove at will. Fetching 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Is there some weird 6 mana card? Malevolent Rumble. It's Tamiyo, Mox, Amber. All right, so this is the full spread of options. They'll probably keep Tamiyo here, because that's just like literally one that does anything. There she is. They are back to Hellbent. In step, I will eat Mishra's Bauble and Haywire Might. And, I mean, they're Hellbent, so I'll just go in here. Take out Emery. I guess Otawara. Does it matter? Okay, now I'm drawing Court of Calling. What do I do with it? This is clearly a powerful spell. I don't have that many elves in play. It's actually only 2. If I were to get the Shaman of the Pack, I could deal 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage this turn. Is there an Infi? Something huge I could do here. Eladamri is the engine I could find. Curator's 8/8 right now. Their constructs will be 5, 6, 7, 8 if Tamiyo gets in. Izuri is not quite pumping my elves. I think I want Eladamri. And Grist could start doing stuff, but Eladamri could tread through my deck here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, Eladami, Korkavadal, whatever this word is. My top card is Green Sun Zenith, which is good next turn, but doesn't shred right now. If I bottom this and my top card is not a creature, that's really bad for me. Okay. I will leave this on top. I can't draw cards right now. I can untap some creatures. Can I untap some creatures? Not really. Okay. I could still regenerate some elves and untap mid-combat. Okay. Passing the turn, hoping I'm not dead. I feel like if I lose this game, then I messed up somewhere. The constructs are 6/6. They're about to become 7/7. If Tamiyo attacks, they're 8/8. Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Exiling one of my Wooded Foothills. You can have it. Okay, they're attacking with this squad of 8/8s. Izuri regenerates another target elf, which means Eladamri and Priest of Titania are free to block here. Do I still need Keen-Eyed Curator, or can I trade it off? I could also just take 8 and block the other 2. Okay, so block happens. That's definitely happening. Raccoon Scout. Importantly, not an elf. Yeah, for as many creatures as I have in play, the number of them that are not elves is actually a huge deal right now. Yeah, I think I just take 8 here and try to stabilize next turn. Izuri, regenerate target elf. Regenerate target elf. And while there's mana floating, let's get Urza Saga out of your graveyard. Okay. Time for big action, I suppose. I'm going to exile a couple cards from the graveyard in the end step. I'll leave 1 mana up. Taking Preordains, those are still castable off of Breach in a way that I'm not really interested in playing against. All right, here we go. Have I assembled enough pieces to win this? Okay, the Misty Rainforest is bad. The Greenstone Zenith is good. Leaf Crown Vish. Does Shaman of the Pack win yet? Still no. Heritage Druid doesn't really matter. Quarian Ranger might be good. Elvish Visionary does a lot here. Oh, I'm just going to get Elvish Visionary. Okay. Zenith for 2. The 1 of Elvish Visionary. And I'd like to draw a card before I scry because I want this War Master. I'll leave Quarian Ranger on top because I can cast it. And then we've got War Master. That's worth a lot more if I wait. This does tap me out of black, but I'm about to have a Quarian Ranger who can make up for that. Leave that on top. 5 in the pool, Quarian Ranger. Zenith is great. I get an elf here. Put on top. Put on top. And now I have Wired Symbiote, Untapped Priest of Titania, picking up Elvish Visionary. Replay Visionary, which draws Zenith. Draw first, then scry. I will leave that on top. Yeah, I'll play that out too. There's Heritage Druid, let's go. This game has used a lot of my clock, unfortunately, but I think it's still fine. Do I want to draw a card? Yeah, I'll draw this Grist. Come on, Magic Online. Don't start lagging now. I need every minute here. I don't want to time out here in this match. I can not lose. Heritage Druid resolve. Scry this to the bottom. Okay, time to Zenith for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're good. Zenith for 3. Get the Shaman of the Pack, which is lethal. Got an extra Wirewood Symbiote on top for good measure. And then Quarian Ranger, untap Priest of Titania, pick up Overgrown Tomb, shock in Overgrown Tomb, float, Symbiote, untap Priest, pick up Shaman. Game! Okay, sweet. 10 minutes left on my clock. Don't really like that, but that felt good. Soulless Jailer, Rexage, Force of Vigor. These cards all look good here. Endurance is not irrelevant. Thoughtseize matters, but like, does it? How much? Like Rexage, Jailer, Force of Vigor, and Endurance all challenge the Breach combo anyway. I think I'm gonna sideboard similarly to the last round. However, this one, Collector Oof and Keen-Eye Curator, were both MVPs. Sylvan Anthem was good. I don't think I need both of them. Eladamri was good. I'm still going to shave it. Maybe I cut Twinen's Elite if this isn't really about speed. I am worried about actually winning if I shave a Shaman of the Pack, but it still feels correct to do so. All right, here we go. Trying it like this. My major concern is the 10 minutes on my clock. Keeping. Force of Vigor is a banger. There's Tamiyo. I did not board in Fatal Push, despite seeing the Tamiyo. They're looking at my top card. They see Windswept Heath. They get Overgrown Tomb and deploy Nettle Sentinel. So they've already drawn 2 cards this turn from the bauble. If they get 1 more Tamiyo flips, there it is. Didn't attack, not interested in the extra artifact in their Mox Opal deck, but that's okay. Their Mox Opal construct deck. The plus on Tamiyo is really good against Elves, though. Gotta be realistic about that. Okay, Heritage Druid. I'm gonna attack Tamiyo for 1 before I play my other one. This thing has kind of vigilance. I don't want Tamiyo rebuying spells completely for free. And Heritage Druid is my pitch that I can afford to make to Force of Vigor. So I'm going to play out the Symbiote this turn as well. That also insulates versus removal, at least a little bit. Tamiyo plussed, Preordain, top bottom, found the second land, found red. We know this deck has Unholy Heat in it. Okay, I will pick that up and fizzle the Unholy Heat. Mox Amber. This does tap for some colors, thanks to Tamiyo. Oh, I like that one. I like it a lot. Okay. Nettle Sentinel, Heritage Druid, tap for 3, Rexage, which untaps Heritage or Nettle Sentinel. Rexage smokes Urza Saga, Yes, I'd like to use the ability. Attacking doesn't matter. Can I get another Rexage on the stack this turn? No, because that is my, that is my untapped elf. I can force a Vigor if I need to. I'm just going to look at another card. Visionary is insane with the engine I have going here. Okay, I will pass. The Rexage machine gun, a solid thing if I can get this Tamiyo from killing me. We have two 2-power creatures in play, which is enough to keep Tamiyo off 7 next turn. Draw for turn. Can they stop both of these attackers? Attack Tamiyo, attack Tamiyo. She goes down to 5. And then we've got Wirewood Symbiote, untap Nettle Sentinel, pick up Rexage. If they have removal right now, it could be effective. All right, cool. They didn't. Rexage, blow up Saga again. I'm going to fetch before I draw. I have enough black sources now. Let's just get a miss out of the deck. Llanowar Elves. Yeah, played out. That's what it's for. Okay. I'm treading water against Tamiyo. I can attack it for 2 every turn where it regrows for 2. So that's a wash. I get to kill an artifact every turn. 2 if I'm willing to take a damage off Tamiyo, because I can bounce on their turn as well. But my 2-power creature is also my machine gun. You want top bottom on the preordain. Emery. All right, that's a blocker. That one's tough. A end step, untap, pick up the Elvish Visionary. That's just a redraw. Fetch again. Forest. I'm going to tap 3 creatures that don't attack well anyway. See if I can muscle through this somehow. Curator is not bad. I'll use my mana that I have to cast that. Then I can still keep Tamiyo off ultimate, because I could pick up whichever one they block here. They untap Heritage Druid by picking up Rexage. Wirewood Symbiote. Such a gnarly magic card. And then Rexage is back in, untapped Nettle Sentinel. Kill this Mox Amber. Yes, use the ability. And pass the turn. Just trying to keep Tamiyo from popping here is the whole game. Rumble. They hit an Amber and another Tamiyo and a land. They chose the land. Okay. Reasonable decision. In the end step, I'm going pretty big here. Exile, Tamiyo. I want this 7/7 active. Tamiyo, Mox Amber, Unholy Heat, Urza Saga. Okay, now that's huge. Untap Nettle Sentinel by picking up Elvish Visionary. I have 7/7 trample. Real damage on Tamiyo now. Cavern of Souls. I tap the freebies for Viz. I don't know if I have time for a third game, so I better win this one. Yo, all right, Sylvan Anthem goes a long way here. That washes out the Tamiyo. And let's go to combat. Yeah, I'm just attacking with all cards. They can't beat any of them in combat. They all do damage. Okay, that pressure is off. And now untap Llanowar Elves by picking up Elvish Visionary. Cavern on Elf. I really don't think that they have any counterspells. I'm still going to play around them. I'm going to scry first this time. What's on top? Ranger to the bottom. That's not what I want. Didn't want Misty Rainforest either, but this is what we get. Pass the turn. Engine's online. Their engine is collapsed. I just need to inflict 16 damage before my 4.5 minutes runs out. Emery is checked by the Curator. They dumped an Aether Spellbomb. Okay. Pithing Needle. Okay. Well, exile Aether Spellbomb. Exile Mox Amber. Exile Mishra's Bauble. Is that all the things? Unholy Heat. I will take that as well, just in case they have a breach here. Okay. They might just name Wirewood Symbiote here instead, but the Curator is dominating this game. Okay, they did name Symbiote. Mox Opal. If they have Grinding Station Breach as the last 2 cards in their hand, I actually did just lose. Fuck. Opal's not on, so they need an artifact from somewhere. Okay, just firing Emery out of the graveyard. See if they can make it happen. Yeah, if I had just activated my Symbiote in response and had a green card in my hand, I couldn't lose this game. So I might have just been playing fast and punted. Targeting Bauble. This turns on Opal, and they can make a bunch of mana, I guess. They could cast a bunch of Emeries. Yeah, I may have just thrown this one. I identified that Symbiote was an issue. If I just literally just pick up Elvish Visionary, target Llanowar Elves, I don't lose this game. Okay, well, go off, I guess. I'm F6'd. Maybe we'll catch up on time here. So how does this work? They can cast Emery over and over again. Yeah, there's an Amber, which turns on Opal. They can cast Emery over and over again, milling 4 each time, so they can see their deck and have 2 mana at the far end. Yeah, this was just a complete misfire. I don't even care about the Pithing Needle naming Keen-Eye Curator if I just pick up a green card with my Symbiote. This is what happens when you have 4 minutes on the clock. They found a Grinding Station, which I don't think they need here. They are using it. There's a Grape Shot. Yeah, this just unforced clock error. Okay, game 3. I have 3 minutes, 52 seconds to win it. This matchup seems positive. Like, game 1 was a runaway, and game 2, I punted. Let's see what we could do here. I need MTGO to keep up. No lagging. I think I need Shaman as a win condition. And I don't think I want Fatal Push in. That just doesn't sound important. Heroic Intervention doesn't protect me from Grape Shot, just my permanents. The Sylvan Anthem really good against Tamiyo. Alright, whatever. Shaman's out. This is still the deck. I'm just going to try to play fast. But hopefully, fast and clean this time. Keep. Click fast, play fast. I have an active turn 2 Curator. If they have a turn 1 Emery, I can break that up. Steam Vents. Tamiyo. Okay. War Master. Ranger. Untap Llanowar Elves. Symbiote. Just blitzing here. Blitz, blitz, blitz. I didn't see a Pyroclasm last game, and I saw the whole deck. Would be disappointing if they have one now. Okay, they figured out how Wired Symbiote works. Targeted the correct thing with removal. Okay. That one's gone. That's 2 Unholy Heats down. Another Symbiote, let's go. I'm going to play Curator and Symbiote and attack for this much, 3. I do have a mana up if I need to curate something. Saga. This costs like 1 million to activate. Yes, 7. Bauble. That doesn't draw this turn. This could be the second draw for the turn. Bauble can be the 3rd card type for Delirium. Oh, Tamiyo's back on D. Defensive Tamiyo. And bobbling me now, not trying to flip Tamiyo even. Just leave the 0/3 back. Heritage Druid. Okay, I will cast that. War Master. Play the land from my hand. Just going to attack with all my creatures. Blocking the 3 power one. Drawing a card with Tamiyo. That's 2, and then Tamiyo's dead. Tight. Okay, they have to wrath my board somehow here. Bobble's not it. There's 4 card types in the graveyard, which means that my Curator can be 7/7 next turn. Another Tamiyo. Grinding Station. I can't imagine I care about that. Fetch. I'm actually not even going to get the Surveil land, because I'd rather just have a 7/7. Attack with all creatures. Instant. Land. GG. Okay, I punted game 2, giving us a stressful game 3, but yeah, this matchup seems like a steamroll across the board. None of those games were really competitive other than the punt. On to the next round. The BoshNRoll channel is proudly partnered with the Resleevables.
Good. All right, here we go, gang.
In this YouTube series, hosts Cedric Phillips and Patrick Sullivan take us on a set-by-set journey through the good, the bad, and the ugly of Magic's history. Each episode is a focused deep dive into the facts about a set's design and release, the Magic lore expressed through the cards in that set, Tournament Edition gameplay videos featuring products and Pro Tour decks of the era, an award show that shouts out the best and weirdest cards of the set, and a final grade for the set's overall success. Whether you want a history lesson or a nostalgia hit,
The Receivables has it at youtube.com/thereceivables.
On the draw in round 4, this hand's a little weird. It is the first appearance of Elvish Reclaimer, though. A card that is really curious in the list, because there's really only Underground Mortuary and Cavern to get with it. I guess it is just, like, kind of large on its own. It can be a 3/4. I'm gonna keep, even though it does need some action. Scalding Tarn. Stomping Ground. We doing this again? Oh no, oh no. We are playing against the Hollow One deck. Okay, off we go. Taking any extra damage might actually be bad, so I'm gonna play the Reclaimer and pass. This deck uses cards like Burning Inquiry, which make both players draw and discard 3 cards at random. Though my hand could be totally different. They also have adopted Bowmaster. I think I've seen in the format's still pretty new, but I'm pretty sure Bowmaster's in this deck now, which makes Burning Inquiry even crazier. In 2 straight race, they could just cast a Hollow One right now, and it's not even about that. Faithless Looting gets them there as well. Uh-oh, Avenge Vine. How many Hollow Ones are in the hand? Burning Inquiry. Yeah, it's a party now. I lost Quarian Ranger and 2 lands from my hand. There's a Hollow One. Please don't have another one. Okay, I am taking 8 from this Menace creature, but at least the Venge Vines didn't trigger. All right, now what do? I think I play a Forest and Nettle Sentinel and Wirewood Symbiote. This actually does brick up the board. I can double block the Menace creature with Symbiote plus Reclaimer, and then block bounce Nettle Sentinel on the Hollow One forever. And they are down to 2 cards in hand. I could even just double block the Hollow One and then let damage happen. Yeah, their Burning Inquiry making this 3/4 is a pretty good deal. Draw 4, discard 3 at random. Here they go. Fear of Missing Out is in this deck. Arena of Glory. Blazing Rootwalla. That was a good hit. Okay, please don't have a Hollow One. If this Vengevine gets involved, I'm definitely smoked. Arena of Glory is the last card in your hand, a 1 mana creature. Oh no, mana's being tapped. Detective Phoenix. Oh, from the graveyard. Cool. So that gives that +2/+2 flying. All right, so I'm dead in 2 hits. Okay. Have to block this one or I die now. Or no, I could go to 1, but I am going to block this one. And we don't order blockers anymore, so I'm just going to let damage happen. They get to take one of these down with them. And big draw, Nettle Sentinel. I am just dead to the flyer. Okay, that was sick. One adventure. A Fatal Push looks good. Soulless Jailer does defeat Vengevine. Rexage kills Detective Phoenix and Hollow One. That's a maybe. Endurance does some stuff against their deck. Grist actually seems kind of fine. Keen-Eye Curator is good. Collector Oof is a no. Eladamri's a no. I think the Sylvan Anthems come out here. I saw about a third of their deck that game and didn't see Black Mana or Orcish Bowmaster, so I'm not gonna plan for that. This Elvish Reclaimer that I don't understand can cut out again, even though it did have a moment there with the Burning Inquiry making it large. Dwynen's Elite actually seems really good this game. Is the Rexage too much, or is it perfect? Maybe I cut a Shaman. I am much more about stabilization here than I am about comboing off over the top. I'd like to do both, don't get me wrong. Ugh, this Dryad Arbor, these are so bad when you draw them. I think I have to mulligan this hand. It's just too slow, too many payoffs, not enough setup. Oh good, it's getting worse. We're going to 5. Imagine having Orcish Bowmaster against this deck. What a world. A Cavern of Souls doesn't matter, and I don't want to take damage twice here. Heritage Druid, get in. I can pitch this Endurance if I need to. Hope I don't have to. Stomping Ground. Are we taking a spin? You're taking a spin. Leaving me behind. I prefer that, actually. They have more control over this, but at least I'm not involved. Ox of Agonis and Ancient Grudge in the bin. Cycling Street Wraith, which will turn on Hollow One. And there it is. Just 1 Hollow One. We'll take it. Ooh, Priest of Titania. I'll take that too. I'm going to take the damage for Overgrown Tomb. Black is eventually part of my plan to win the game. Okay, shipping it. Hoping I get another turn. Definitely no blocks here. I'm in the resource allocation or resource accumulation business. Leaving up mana is spooky suspicious. All right, Cavern on Elf. And let me get the Visionary in. I can cast Endurance here the hard way. I'm going to attack with Heritage Druid and hope I don't get got by Bowmaster. Okay, sweet. How far are they from Ox? Exile 8 cards. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe 6. Okay, they're not there yet. Kept a card on top. Hate that. This deck could definitely play a sweeper if they wanted to. Burning Inquiry. How about no? I mean, that's going to happen, but I'm at least going to cast the Endurance while I can. The Ox of Agonis is scary enough. There's a Faithless Looting in there. This is not without value. And I'm now about to just mill 3 cards. They hit a Root Walla. Zenith, 2 Symbiotes, gone. Okay, I just need to draw an elf to get the party going. Any elf. Honorary elf. I guess I'm just going to pass the turn. This is when you cast an elf, not a creature, so we just ship it here. I'm surprised they didn't attack with Hollow One. They didn't want to trade it for my Leaf Crown Visionary. I think that is disrespectful of the combo half of my deck, but they might not fully know what I'm up to over here. Fear of missing out, okay. I can take them off Delirium. I hope they discard a Vengevine or something I could get paid off of here. Whenever this attacks, okay. So that one has to do the attacking. Fetch. Burning Inquiry. Alright, well. I will cast the other Endurance then. Not that it's good, but it is at least a 3/4. And it's in play. And it takes Delirium away temporarily, though they could immediately just get it back. They have 3 card types in the graveyard now. And now I will double block Hollow One. I would not have blocked it last turn. Alright, come on. Any elf. That could be Elves. Is this a Eladamri situation? Is this a Grist situation? Did I bring in the Rex Age? I did. Okay, good. That can kill Fear of Missing Out. Oh, I just randomly milled an Eladamri and Keen-Eyed Curator. Did I board out an Eladamri? I've been doing that a lot. I did. Shit. That is the other card I would have gotten there. Okay. I will pass the turn and hold my horses here. Street Wraith. They still don't have Delirium. All right, we're just casting Vengevines. It's party time. Okay, they don't have Delirium, so I'm not worried about FOMO attacking. I could just make some blocks here, or I could board for something like a Zuri and just block that way. I think that's really good. I think I can tap better, though. Well, let me make my blocks first, so I don't get got by a removal spell. Okay. Block, block, block. This kills Hollow One. 1, 2. Okay. I have enough mana for this. 3, 4. Wait. I can do this better. Hold on. I can tap all these now. All right, 3. I promise I know how magic works. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the way that this works. Chord for Izuri, the Renegade Leader. Now I have 4 mana worth of Elves to regenerate all of my blockers with. And this is a big clapback. Regenerate Heritage Druid. Regenerate Priest. Regenerate Vij. And I'm going to regenerate my Priest again for good measure. I got mana floating. Might as well. I have to choose which regeneration shield I'm using. Thanks for being thorough, Magic Online. Okay. Elves get +3/+3 in trample. So 4, 9, 15, trample. They have 4 toughness back. They would need a removal spell that also beats regeneration here. This Root Walla should block Endurance, but it did not. Okay, Overrun. Is there a secret removal spell that's going to flip this? No, cool. All right. Izuri, got it done. They saw 2 Endurances that barely did anything, but they were bodies. Seeing Fear of Missing Out in addition to the Hollow One, I think I saw game 1 too and just forgot that it's an enchantment, I'm going to be honest. The Force of Vigors are slightly more tempting. We saw Ancient Grudge, which can kill Soulless Jailer from the hand but cannot be cast from the graveyard. Now, the Phoenix is also an enchantment. So we've seen at least 3 high-impact artifacts or enchantments in their deck. I still don't think that's enough to bring in such a narrow and specific card. I think just having a board full of creatures and set up the chumps and then swing back at them is how we're going to do this. Yeah, okay. Same plan. Nothing changes. That was on a mull to 5 too. Good save. I like this open. I could pitch an endurance if there's an emergency, and I ramp into other stuff if there's not. And there's always the possibility that my hand is not my hand if they Burning Inquiry. Flame Blade Adept. There you are. We saw that get in for 8 on turn 2 in game 1. Serious business. Yeah, I'm just going to Zenith for the Arbor. This is about speed, and I'm going to try to speed it up here. The War Master's a little awkward because I don't have a 1-mana elf to cash it out. If I draw Heritage Druid, I'm just dumping my hand next turn. The second Adept, they didn't give it haste though. There's a chance I might be alive. Burning Inquiry, off we go. I lost Endurance, Priest, and Azuri, so literally all the cards that I knew about in my hand. I still have the War Master, and I still have an Endurance, which is good because they discarded 2 Vengevines. How well did you set these up? It seems like the answer is not very well. Still taking 4 menace, though. There's a lot of lands. Endurance is really good here, though. I could take an extra 3 damage to have access to black. How important is not giving them Yavimaya? Alright, they can have Yavimaya. They do have green cards in their deck, so it's not just free to play Yavimaya. But I think it is correct. Fear of missing out. Yep, that is a creature. Discard a card, draw a card. Okay, Rootwalla will trigger the Vengevines, which is good news that I have the Endurance available. I'm going to let them put the cast trigger on the stack before I respond, just in case they could cast another creature at instant speed somehow. I don't know what does that, but I can play around it, so I will. Okay, that washes out Delirium. I'm still taking at least 4 this turn, though. But I can have some dopes out in front of Menace creatures next turn. Playing from 12, no graveyard, 3 cards in hand. Ooh, I drew an Elf. That's actually really good. A Windswept Heath, Elvish War Master. This gives me a bunch of blockers. I'm going to tap the Dryad Arbor. I could fetch the other Dryad Arbor if I need a blocker suddenly, but I would prefer to get my black active without taking 3. There is a Mortuary in my deck somewhere. 3 cards in their hand, Arena of Glory in play. Faithless Looting. This is +4 damage and potentially 3 card types for FOMO. They discarded a land and another FOMO. That is 4 card types immediately because Fear has 2. Double Menace attack is pretty troubling. I might have to just throw my board under the entire bus here and clear the Menace creatures before the second combat. If they play a second Fear of Missing Out with haste, I might just be dead. Do those go infinite together? No, when you attack for the first time each turn. Okay. So it's not infinite, it's just a lot. They thought of that in design. Good job. Goblin Lore. Whoa, holy smokes. Oh no, they found a Vengevine. They haven't cast 2 creatures this turn, right? Yeah, they cast Faithless Looting, unless there is a hollow one in their hand at this point. Okay, don't have a hollow one in your hand. How about that? No, that was random. It's all random. It's built to maximize on the most random outcomes, but that was a random outcome. Okay, so you want to have 1 creature here. What they pick matters. They're picking Vengevine, so that can attack again. If I fetch out Dryad Arbor to block, that gives me an extra blocker on the Rootwalla, and I can just throw my board under the Flame Blade Adept. I end up taking 9 down to 3 this turn. Okay. Hope I counted that correctly. That also plays around something like a Street Wraith in hand. That could be 2 extra damage because I've blocked the creatures that are affected by that. Dryad Arbor, jump in. Oh, the FOMO gets through as well, so I'm at 1. All right, let's go to blocks. Have to block the 6s, not an option. 4, 8, 9, 10. I go to 1. Let me make sure I've read this card correctly. Okay. This looks right. Okay. I'm at 5. You can attack with a 4-power creature 1 more time. I go to 1. These fetch lands don't work anymore. And Yavimaya is in play, but I'm holding Shaman of the Pack. I don't know how I can win this game anymore. Okay. I'm going to go to 1, though. I don't think I win a game without the War Master in play. If I draw, like, Elvish Visionary, which makes a token, draws another card, Maybe that plays Reclamation Sage does a lot here. All right, that's definitely not it. All right, really cool match. I might be tired of it eventually, but I am glad decks like the Hollowvine are back in Modern. The unbans are really cool. The Faithless Looting just making something like this possible. GG's opponent. That was fun. On to the final round.
We're a few rounds into the video. Thanks for sticking with me. Friendly reminder that if you're still here and having fun, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to play what I'm playing, you can use my affiliate link for TCG Player to support the channel while you shop for cards, and you can try any deck anytime with a cardhoarder.com loan account for Magic Online. All these links are in the video description below. Now back to the league.
I'm on the draw in the final round. I don't know where this hand's going yet, but it's going to get there big. This is so much mana, so many elves. Let's see if my opponent gives me time to execute this. Let's say Meyer, probably some Faithless Looting deck. Oh no, this again. But this time they have black. Orcish Bowmaster is actually a nightmare for a deck like Elves. There's that Grist. Has not been in play yet, was boarded out 3 times. Grist is good against, like, frog decks. That's where I want access to her. But against, like, Amulet and these super fast decks we've played against, I'm not that excited about it. Or are we just going to get Shadow Realmed by a Bowmaster here? Hell yeah, let's go. Okay, last round, the Gruul version of this is something that Elves could grind up and get ahead of. I don't know how we're ever going to beat Orcish Bowmaster. If my opponent does something just like play Burning Inquiry, I am almost dead on the spot. I'm playing Priest out first here because next turn I could go War Master, Reclaimer, and then tap for another 3. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Nah, we're dead. We're dead. I get it. Okay. Horrible matchup. Horrendous, terrifying, horrible matchup ahead of us here. Shaper's Sanctuary. If they Bowmaster me, I could draw cards, but then they Bowmaster me. That sounds like not the solution I'm looking for. Grist seems way too slow here. Endurance seems fine. Veil of Summer is good. Opponent's on a very different type of thing here. Maybe I want the Thoughtseizes. What does this look like? Oof's out. Reclaimer's out. An Eldamri, a Shaman. Sylvan Anthem seems really important. But that is how I've been making room in my sideboard. And if I don't cut those, it gets pretty wonky. Maybe I don't bring in the Thoughtseizes. Is that not how I fight this opponent? And we saw Grixis with Nethergoyf. They might not actually be a Vengevine deck. In fact, I'd be a little surprised if they were. This looks a lot more value-oriented, like capable of playing a normal game. How am I ever going to beat a Bowmaster, though? I have these Fatal Pushes, but it seems like Thoughtseize is necessary to clear the way. A down 1 Anthem that makes room for one Thoughtseize. Twinen's Elite is part of my nut draws. Do I need to nut draw them, or am I settling into a emergency control situation? All right, maybe Endurance is less important here if they don't have the Vengevines. And then I could get back Sylvan Anthem. Okay, I'm going to try this. This one is not going anywhere fast. I think I am still going to keep it, though. I'm going to lead on Nettle Sentinel. That's the one that could actually attack. Fatal Push right away. Okay. This does curve out perfectly into Bowmaster. Okay, I can mitigate it a little bit with the Quirion Ranger and the Veil of Summer. I guess I have to take it slow now. I was going to play Symbiote plus Ranger, just so I didn't get completely smoked by a Bowmaster. They theatered away a Thundering Falls. There's black in the pool. What are we doing with this? Could be Nethergoyf, could be Thoughtseize, could be Fatal Push. Switch it over to red. Flameblade Adept. Okay, you're in there. I'm going to fetch the Mortuary at the end. Thoughtseize. Okay. I actually do want that. An interactive spell, which hilariously will trigger Flameblade Adept. Not that it matters, but it is funny that it works that way. Thoughtseize you. Okay, Bolt, Bowmaster. And I don't like Bolt either, but I actually just can't beat a Bowmaster. Okay, how can I actually play out cards here in a way that is coherent? I think I just have to give up on Veil of Summer for a turn and play out Symbiote and Dryad Arbor. I could have bounced my Forest, replayed it to get Priest into play, but knowing they have Bolt, sending myself back a land to lose a 2-drop to a 1-mana spell is just not how I want to do this. Bolting the Symbiote, that is the only one they actually could bolt there. I could bounce either of the other ones. Oh, another bolt? Chill. I didn't know about that one. Okay, hopefully they're out of bolts and I could just play this Priest of Titania with Veil of Summer protecting it and then do something big on a following turn. Okay, Priest. Overgrown Tomb. Pass. I was never going to double block this. I don't think leaving up Dryad Arbor matters that much. Maybe it's right, though. But the way I tap does represent black as well as green. Burning Inquiry. Off we go. Not going to Veil of Summer in response. Then I just have no cards in hand. Ended up with Sylvan Anthem, lost Thoughtseize, Veil of Summer, Cavern of Souls. They lost Psychic Frog, which we did not know about, and Faithless Looting, which we did. Hollow One, Nethergoyf are cards in their hand right now. Big ol' 4/5. Yeah, I need a big draw. That is not exactly it, but neither is it the worst card that could ever be. Yeah, that just doesn't matter anymore. So I can double block something and be alive. Yeah, Heritage Druid just isn't high enough impact anymore. It does produce a blocker and makes mana for the future. I don't know if I'm going to have a future. All right, that goes to the bottom. They do need a discard enabler to make Flameblade Adept lethal. I could just take damage from these two or even double block one of them. If they have a land of Flashback Looting, that's pretty good. If they have Lightning Bolt, they probably win here. Okay, I'm going to block the Adept and just hope that they have literally nothing. Even like cycling Street Wraith here would kill my Priest of Titania. I'm at 3, don't have Bolt, ever. Flameblade Adept, okay. And Flameblade Adept, alright. Big draws. Elvish Visionary. Azuri. Oh. Azuri plays. This is 2 more big elves. And gives me a bunch of regenerate. Titania to the bottom. Misty Rainforest to the bottom. Okay, I'm passing the turn. If they could discard 1 card, I could survive. If they could discard 2 cards, I'm dead. They have 1 card in their hand. Okay. Time to solve this puzzle. We'll go to blocks. A block, 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 block. I can make 5 mana to activate Azuri. That's better than regenerating because I actually kill a bunch of shit. I need them not to discard 2 cards at instant speed. Okay, here we go. What's your 1 card? Cycling Hollow One. This does not do it on its own. This puts me to 1. I'm going to, in response, activate Azuri. Did we do it? They're at 17. All their shit's dead. This pays for itself off of Priest. Okay. It's actually even better because this one will trigger the other one. Sick. Okay, let's go. Scry 1, Forest to the bottom. Make an Elf. Priest to the bottom. Scry 1. Nettle Sentinel, you don't help. Okay, so I have 7 mana, 8 mana, 5, 10, or 6, 12, 17. Is this Xaxes? Did we do it? Okay, here we go. Elves coming in. What a battle! Wow! I didn't think I was winning that one. Okay, now we got to do it on the draw. That was cool, though. Okay, they do have the Nethergoyfs for endurance. Just thinking, if this matters, what matters? If we get into a grindy game like that, Grist actually isn't even bad. What would I cut for it, though? Maybe a Thoughtseize on the draw? Or is Thoughtseize essential to interacting with them before Bowmaster is in play, at which point everything becomes hell? The Sylvan Anthem really won me that game. I saw so many cards, and the +1 both survived that combat and got them for Xaxes. I'm thinking I might cut Curator. Though a 7/7 is quite a unit. Never mind. I'm not doing that. Leafcrown Vig is a lord and also a combo enabler. Really bad against Bowmaster for a variety of reasons, but I've already done everything I can about Bowmaster. It might be a Quarian Ranger. Okay, Quarian Ranger's out, Grist is in. That's my last decision. I really like the Fatal Push. I don't like having 1 land. I am going to try it. Risk it for the biscuit here. One of my few answers to Orcish Bowmaster is present. And they might just Burning Inquiry and find me some land, so we're in. Steam Vents, Flameblade Adept, Priest. Okay. I am going to Zenith for Dryad Arbor here. I will take the turn to try to play the game a little bit. And if I just die to Flameblade Adept this turn when I could have Fatal Pushed, it's fine. If they use Orcish Bowmaster to pick off Dryad Arbor here, then that's some shit. That's a better target for Fatal Push anyway. Okay, they lost a hollow one. I lost my Fatal Push. I did not find a replacement land. Please don't cast Lightning Bolt. Oh, Detective Phoenix. All right. That is powerful, and I wish I had that Fatal Push. Damage coming in. Okay, deck. A land would be dope. Thoughtseize. Do I Thoughtseize a 2-card hand? I might. Is there a way for me to cast spells that actually makes sense here? Quarian Ranger is the one I need. The one I boarded out is actually the hero that I need here. If I play Nettle Sentinel and Thoughtseize this turn, what does that do? That gives me Heritage Druid next turn and Wirewood Symbiote, which doesn't actually solve any problems. If I draw a land, Heritage Druid is active. All right, I'm going to Thoughtseize them. I think knowing what's going on over there, okay, that's really important. Took a Fatal Push, and Heritage Nettle Sentinel, get out there. Okay. Fingers crossed that they just don't draw anything good. Street Wraith, that's +1 damage. Doesn't really change my life, though. Oh, they shocked that in. We're so fucking dead. Psychic Frog. Okay, they couldn't give that one haste with Arena. Still bad, though. Okay, deck. How about a relatively painless land I could put into play? No! Okay, so this is 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm exactly dead on board. Any card they draw, they could discard to Psychic Frog to put 2 power on the board. I'm just 1 mana short of doing anything here. So if I play Symbiote, I can pick up Nettle Sentinel to untap Dryad Arbor, but that's just trading Nettle Sentinel in play for Symbiote in play, which is actually worse because I'm trying to get up to Heritage Druid. There's no route to Grist here. Ironically and appropriately, this Grist that I boarded out Quarian Ranger for, this is a one-of, that if this was Quarian Ranger, I would be just hurling my hand into play right now. I would have done it last turn, actually, and probably been way ahead this turn. And it coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? If I had another land to kill Psychic Frog, the Grist would also be fine. I can Zenith for 0, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to start by attacking with Nettle Sentinel. If they block, I have new life in the game. I don't know why they would ever block. Okay. They didn't fall for it. Yeah, I keep looking at it, and there's just nothing here. Like, I play Heritage Druid, which untaps Nettle Sentinel. Wirewood Symbiote. Can untap and just replay one of these elves. Same shit. All right, yep. I guess what I have to do here is give them the opportunity to miss the Psychic Frog play. But I don't think they're going to, because it's very obvious and what their deck is built around. Okay, passing the turn. Xaxes too. Okay. They discarded a card. What a twist. Yep, and Court of Calling for Dryad Arbor doesn't help me here. GG's. Okay, Elves, a 2-3 record final. We did some messed up stuff, some proper old extended elf feeling kind of stuff, especially that first round. That was just glorious, just racing Amulet twice on the draw. That's what dreams are made of. But then we got dumpstered by Amulet twice. The non-Bowmaster Hollowvine deck was actually really close and really interesting. The Bowmaster one, nightmare. If Orcish Bowmaster continues to be a big part of the format, then it's really risky to play a deck full of 2-mana X1s that need untap before they do anything. That is a big reason that cards like Sylvan Anthem are important, but you're not always going to have a Sylvan Anthem before you need to play out your cards. If you're interested in this sort of thing, all those flex slots are going to be important, and Elves is going to have to be one of those decks that every week before your tournament, you're going to have to look at the metagame, see what people are playing, see how prevalent cards like Orcish Bowmaster or Pyroclasm or Supreme Verdict are that week, and it might just not be a good choice for that week. But if people are doing just kind of random fair stuff, there is definitely an engine here that can be revved up. If people are playing Underworld Breach, seems like that one is a steamroll as well. I'm glad this deck exists. I'm glad it's back. Wirewood Symbiote would be a shame if it was legal in the format and no one was playing with it. Same with Priest of Titania. These are just awesome cards from back in the day. Greenstone Zenith, welcome to the format. Looking forward to seeing what happens with you. Elendril, thank you for sharing your deck with us. Everybody, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out the Patreon, and I'll see you next time.